Hey everyone, have I here bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we are continuing the discussion on the 7-year anniversary on Global and focusing on the amazing dual Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs. And the biggest question, who's better? Which one are you going to choose? The LR Gods or the LR Super Saiyan 4? So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and dive right in. And it's been a while since I've done one of these comparisons, and since the 7-year anniversary is really right around the corner, why not go ahead and take a deeper look into both of these amazing units here. And when you look at the comparisons, I kind of want to focus on the 6 main categories of the units in of itself. That's the leader skills, super attack, passive skills, link skills, categories, and just general overall stats. Now the thing that's very interesting about these two units, they're very similar. They're so close together that you can just say, you know what, be happy with either one and just go with that. And really, that's a reasonable answer for that, who's better. But in my opinion, there's one that's slightly better, but just slightly. So it really, again, it's going to be dependent on your game style, your gameplay, and the teams that you want to build around either of these units here. Now, when you're looking at these units in regular form, because both of these have transformations, and the regular forms here, there's only 4 of the categories that you see on here that has really any differences. The super attack and passive skills are exactly the same. So when you look at these two units here, I kind of did the little arrows here. We're going to be looking at leader skills, link skills, categories, and the overall stats. So let's start with the link skills and look at how different they are. But starting with the Super Saiyan 4s here, you have Fuse Fighters and GT as 170%, with the Kamehameha has 30%. That's going to be the same for both. Kamehameha is on both the 30% boost, the 200% leader skill. So now you're just really looking at the Fuse Fighters and GT Heroes versus Beyond Super Saiyan and Movie Heroes. Now the interesting thing about Fuse Fighters, you're like, well, wait a minute, don't we have fusions? Well, fusions is like the fusion dance. Fuse Fighter is actually the combination of Patara and fusion. So it's really flexible when it comes to being able to build a really amazing team. However, GT Heroes is fairly limited, whereas when you start looking at Beyond Super Saiyan Movie Heroes, I think Movie Heroes has a little bit more breadth, and then Beyond Super Saiyans, when you look at Realm of Gods, when you're looking at really anything above just regular Super Saiyans, there's a ton of units that you can actually use. So both are really good. So this was very close. They're different, but I had to give the check mark to the gods, and that's just one check mark so far. Let's go ahead and look at the other 3. Now, when you look at link skills, you have Super Saiyan Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, GT, Saiyan Roar, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power versus the link skills here in Super Saiyan Kamehameha, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. You can see most of them are pretty similar. You're going to be looking really at the Shocking Speed, GT, and Saiyan Roar versus the Prepare for Battle, Warrior Gods, and Godly Power. Now, again, the link skills, depending on the teams that you're running, I'm going to give it just a slight edge to the Super Saiyan 4s because of Saiyan Roar. And if you're able to actually get a unit to link up with Saiyan Roar, that is such a powerful link skill that provides a lot of benefit there. Plus with the GT, and you're going to be running quite a bit of GT heroes that you can run on this team here. Generally, you're going to be running Super Saiyan 4 teams. It's going to link up really strong. Whereas maybe you're not going to be running a lot of Realm of Gods. Now, if you were running a Realm of Gods only team, then this right here is going to do a lot better in the link skills than it is on the GT side of things. But fairly, when you're kind of building these teams here, you're probably going to be running more GT units here than you are going to be running Realm of Gods units. I guess once again depends, and once again it's very slight differences, and I'm just going to give it a slight edge for the Super Saiyan 4s. So let's go ahead to go to the categories. This is easy enough. One has one more categories than the other. Now, I did kind of begin to set this up prior to the newest category that was just introduced on the JP version game, Parent the bond of parent and child, which both of these are on, but it's not on this list here, so it's omitted. It's not going to be on global anytime soon anyway, so that should be fine there. But really, the only difference is that Super Saiyan 4s have one more category than the gods. So just because of that, again, they're very similar to each other. I'm just going to go ahead and give it to the Super Saiyan 4, just because it has just one more category above the LR gods here. So now let's kind of go down to the stats. And I just made it easy because now these days you need defense. HP helps as well, and attacks are, of course, one of the most singular important things on there. As you can see here, the attack on the gods is a little bit lower than the attack on the Super Saiyan 4s. However, the defense on the Super Saiyan 4s is a lot lower than the defense on the gods, and the HP, you know, kind of similar there as well. But if you added everything together, you're looking at 56,319 for the gods, and you're looking at 56,298 for the Super Saiyan 4s. So a slight edge for the gods, and they actually end up getting the check mark. So after actually doing this, I said, okay, well, this didn't really get us anywhere because it's 2-2, right? Leader skill and stats the gods have, and then the categories and the link skills Super Saiyan 4 has. Again, very slight edges on all of them. Right, you got +1 category, like less than 100 stats on the gods, and the leader skill, again, very similar, just depending on the type of team you're going to run. Same thing for the link skills. So it really now boils down to the transformation, and both of these transform with the same condition, right? Transforms can be activated at the 4th turn, so both of them 4th turn, and then you transform into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or you go into the blue Goku and Vegeta here. Now that is going to be the major difference, because the passive is the major difference for the both of these, right? Everything else pretty much stays the same. The super attacks on both of them stay the same on transformation on both. And so let's look at both of these. So really the biggest differences is the chance of performing a critical hit and reduces the damage received by 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. That's the benefit versus the ability to critical hit and evade. And evasion's good, right? That's always beneficial, but damage mitigation, I think, is a more consistent ability, right? Because you are going to get hit versus, you know, dodging, and there's certain characters that you're not going to be able to dodge against, right? So, you know, the last stages on the legendary Goku and Vegeta events and things of that nature, you just can't dodge anyway, so you lose a lot of that advantage there. So that's a big difference. Another big difference here is the medium chance of evading the enemy's super attack, which is on the bottom, which is a medium chance versus a high chance of evading enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. So the high chance and the medium chance is important, right? So this one here, you're going to be having a medium chance to evade the enemy's attack. So that's normal and super attack versus just evading the super attack. But, you know, the super attack, I think, is much more beneficial, because that's kind of how you die, right? So yes, if you're able to evade regular attacks like on Super Battle Road and stuff like that, it's also beneficial, but I still think that counter ability is just so super OP, and having the high chance is just way better than having that medium chance. So now the other thing here is launches additional super attack and a medium chance performing critical hit when key is 20 or more, versus high chance of just launching a super attack. So you don't have to have the key to get that additional super attack off, and again, you have a high chance versus a medium chance with the critical hit on there, and then you also have the 20 key or more. So guaranteed with 20 key and just a high chance no matter what, right? So I think, again, I'm slightly giving it to the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because it's, I think, just so much beneficial. Last thing that's different is attack effectiveness of all types is automatic, versus the effective against all types needs to be 16 or more. And then on top of that, you have a medium chance of performing a critical hit without any key help, right? So So yeah, there is some limitation here, and then there's chances here. So you kind of give it, okay, what's more important? I just think that the Gogeta has a slight advantage, and I think I'd rather use the Gogeta, especially in harder events and things of that nature. I think he's going to be much more beneficial with that, high chances versus your key management, right? So again, you guys could differ in opinion, and everything that I'm talking about is subjective anyway, except for like the stats and like one category more, right? There's some definitiveness on at least a couple of those, but after thought, I'm just gonna give the passive skill to the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, thus having a slight edge for the winner of this battle here, and which one's better or which one you should choose. I really think the Super Saiyan 4s, again, just have a slight edge. They're an amazing unit. They're on incredible teams. So are the gods. And again, just a slight victory, and you'll be lucky to get either one. And hopefully you guys get both of them. So of course I don't need to choose. I'm going to get both of them no matter what, whatever it takes. So, but if you do have to make a decision, I think going for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to be slightly better. So anyway, with that, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. 7-year anniversary hype on global. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.